Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. There we are. Oh, we got a lot of lighting up in here today. Y'all, I am so mad. I cannot find my webcam. I cannot find it. I literally cannot find it. And I don't know where it could possibly be, you all. I don't know. I've been looking for it and looking for it. I just came from downstairs. Where is my darn webcam? How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? You see, we had a case study, and like I told everyone, we are going to be more consistent. I'm going to be about it. You know, when I was consistent years ago, things were really, I could really tell a difference. And so I have made it a commitment to get back on it. And if you could see what's going on right now, I literally have two cell phones right here, and I have my laptop. So let me tell you who's on live tonight. We have the YouTube family here, and we have a lot of people in this room. We also have Instagram here today. Hello, Instagram. We have Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can really see and integrate into what people are saying and doing on this case study. If you came over to my YouTube channel, Chicago Nails and Makeup. And then we also have 3 Facebook accounts. So we have 3 Facebooks here. We have an Instagram here. We also have TikTok here tonight. And I never really go live on TikTok, but I'm like, you know what? You got 2 phones, you got the laptop, you can make it happen. So we got a lot of people watching. So I'm nervous. Not really. Not really. So let me tell you all, Lauren said, yay, you're coming on live, cherry on top of a good day. But Lauren put this comment up like an hour and a half ago, you all. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to hurry up and get everything done because Lauren is on here and I need to be on top of it. It's like Lauren she reminds me that people are coming. If you say you're going to do it, people are coming. So here we are. Okay, so hey, Lauren. Hey, Barbara, the nail pusher. We have Artina. Good evening, all. Yes. Mel does nails. Hi. Tara Toodles. Hi. Joy Ozzy. Pleasant evening. Yes, it is. And I actually got outside today. You said this is good quality, but my webcam, it's like I found everything. And when I moved, I just really was proud of myself that I did a good job and keeping everything in its place. And, I know that somewhere, that's the one thing out of everything since I've been here, I've not been able to find my webcam. That is bothering me because I was very organized and detailed. Okay. I don't know. I just checked out my camera equipment, all my lighting equipment down in the basement. It is not there. I got a couple more places I'm going to check, but that's just really strange. I just hope it didn't fall out in the move and, the mover stepped on it or something, didn't say anything because it was so much stuff. You said I can't seem to log into my other account. What other account is that? Thank you. Hello, Chanel Bracy, new. Hello, welcome. And always make sure you hit that notification bell. Like you said, YouTube is the OG family. Hey guys, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're on TikTok you could just click the link in my bio. My link tree will bring you to my YouTube page. Also, if you are on Instagram, you really want to see what's happening on screen here, then you might want to come over to the YouTube because this is really where the meat is. And I see we got some people on Instagram. Miss Riv joined, Whole Beauty Nettie, Miss Love. It's a lot of people here that I can see. Can't see everyone, but yeah. So just telling you, it's up to you. And so, I like to give people time to log in. And today's case study is, I got nothing. And I was so excited about this. I'm like, let me make sure I put this together properly. Let me make sure I reach out to everyone. But before we do that, I forgot that I posted on my YouTube community board. I posted up and said, I asked the question. You said we the OGs for real. Yes, y'all are. But I asked the question. And I forgot to go back and check the responses. And so I went back and I checked it before I try to make sure we got good views, see all the way around. Okay, there we go. So I went back and I checked it right before I went live. And I said, ooh, let me screenshot this and get this into the software so we can discuss this really, really quick before we get into the case study. So the question that I asked was this. And I can't find it. Oh, okay. All right, here it is. Okay, so this was the question that I asked on the community board. I said, hey, everyone, quick question. Do you guys think your business is the same, slower, or bigger than pre-COVID? And I never went back and looked at these numbers, but the numbers are intriguing, okay? Because 11% said the same. I'm glad I wore my glasses. I think that says 26% said slower. And then 16% said way slower. And then the majority of people at 47% said, I started doing nails during COVID. And that's interesting, you guys, that a lot of the people who voted said they started doing nails during COVID. And this is something that I said that was kind of, no offense to anyone who's starting, but this is one of the frustrations that I'm seeing as a person who's been in the industry. I can tell I can tell that a lot of people have joined the industry just by looking at TikTok and everything. And it's funny because this right here shows me that 47% of the people who voted in this question that I asked said they started doing during COVID. And that's what I was saying in one of my TikToks. I'm like, that's one of the things, like, a lot of people were in the house and a lot of people started their own business. Some of it was a few reasons. A lot of people saw that they didn't want to go back to work. They saw that, they weren't being paid enough. They had all this extra funds and unemployment and stuff. And a lot of people started businesses. And so it's funny that the study came out that way. I knew I was right. And so, yeah. But a lot of people said they started during COVID. So they started doing nails in the last 2 years. And I'm going to assume that many of these people are self-taught like myself, but a lot of them still haven't had a chance to go get their license because during COVID, schools weren't open like that. And so all of this, what I'm thinking and I'm putting together, is making sense, right? And so this is just interesting. I'm going to start asking more questions like that. I started right before COVID was popping in the news. I had an interest beforehand. Well, I just wanted to bring that up because that brings up a lot of food for thought, and it just it gives me confirmation that what I was thinking really is, what it is. And so, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm going to go back and post those more often. So what I want to do, I still want to tell you all, it's best that you do come over to YouTube, because some of the things that we're going to be seeing, the questions that I'm asking in these case studies, it's on the screen and you can see what other people are saying. And I tend to get caught up in conversation and fall behind. So you can really see what's going on here on the YouTube channel. So Mel Does Nail said, COVID brought me back into the industry. Okay. Yeah, because at one point it was overwhelming, honey. Lydia Sharp Garcia says, I started during COVID, but I got my license. I moved across the states before the pandemic, and it was so much affordable in Tennessee to go to school. Okay, cool. But I just noticed that during COVID, it became like a huge influx of nail techs. But now what I'm seeing is that a lot of these newer nail techs, they are confusing doing designs well for being like the best nail tech ever. And it's like, you're good at designs. It doesn't, if you watch my channel, I say it how it is. Doing designs is like 10% of being a career nail tech. So we're going to get into today's case study. It leads right into the case study. And today's nail case study is I Got Nothing. And so usually I have like people can write into chicago@yahoo.com, or I come up with scenarios from my past, or just people really do ask me questions. And so here is this week's, let me take this one down. Oh my God, I have too much stuff up here. So I'm going to play this week's case study really quickly. Take this down, down. Take this down. Then we're going to play the case study. I'm like a whole producer over here. Okay, so here we go. So I hope you like that little case study I put together this week. I put that together in like 5 minutes and uploaded it. I did that literally in 5 minutes. I'm like, I want to keep everyone, entertained. Yes. And so basically you said designs, a great Chicago quote. Yes, because it's all about designs. And now nail techs are being judged on how fabulous their designs are. I'm glad you liked that little blurb I put together. Thank you so much, Barbara. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I could put that together really quickly. So basically, this person is saying, like a lot of people, I have been having brain fog for some time now, where it's like, I can do a lot of this stuff. I see designs all up and down. I'm on social media all day. every day because this is my life. And it's like I'm talking to the people on TikTok too. I don't want to forget about you. So it's just like, but sometimes when I get to the client, I'll have a brain fart, a brain freeze. I've been doing this so long, you all, for over 30 years. So it's just like, I get burned out. You can get burned out on designs too. It's so many different reasons, right? Oh, you all like the video? Yay. Thank you. Yes, you said designs can be stressful. Exactly. And so I'm like, you know what? We haven't really specifically talked about designs. We've talked about everything else on this channel but designs. And so let's get right into the questions because I have a list of questions that I want to ask. And I ask questions a certain way to get your mind thinking because I'm coming around to something. And, these are the questions we need to be asking ourselves as career people, because if you like this so much, I'm assuming that your ultimate goal is to do this for a career. And so let's get right into the questions, shall we? The first question, everyone, and I cannot really see you all's comments because you all are kind of far from me. That's TikTok and Instagram. That's why I said you might want to come over to YouTube. Do you suffer from creative brain fog? So I like people to interact. There are no wrong answers. It's funny because no one ever has the same answer. There's always one or two people who don't have the complete opposite answers. So my first question is, do you suffer? Or am I by myself? Just me and this person in this case study. Are we the only ones? Do you suffer from brain fog? Okay, so let's see what people said. Barbara said, would it be helpful maybe having a nail wheel of samples of designs, maybe the theme or something like that? I have something like that. I don't pull it out anymore because if you have a clientele coming in, are you just going to constantly do these? But that is a good idea. But then that's something I feel like you would have to constantly keep up. But that is really a good idea because it will give you a chance to practice the things you see. And so you have done it before, even if it's on a fake fingernail or whatever, you can kind of show them. But it's so many designs, literally so many great ideas coming out every day. Social media is exploding everything. So every day is something you want to do. It's something you want to try out. It's like, ooh. Artina said, brain fog sometimes, yes. And I consider myself really creative, me too. But it's hard sometimes, especially because I like to be original and not just copy and paste what's already out there. See, that's the thing. It's like you don't want to copy exactly what you see. And if someone shows you something, you're like, okay, I always say, okay, we'll do something inspired around that. But when I'm really, really fatigued in my mind, I like for people to show me pictures because I literally, and this is what this person is saying, they literally cannot think of anything. So it's good to hear what other nail techs, other people are saying, that you are not alone. You're not subpar, anything like that. This is part of the process. This is part of being in the industry. These are the emotions that we go through. So I hope I'm saying this right. Lydia, I'm just going to say Lydia. Yes, I do. It's funny. My friend said maybe because you like to stick to minimalistic abstract nails. So I've been trying to do things outside my comfort zone. But I mean, how do your clients feel about that? I mean, if your clients like your minimalistic abstract nails, if that's what you post, then that's what's drawing people to you. And so if that's what you like to do, I guess the question for you is, how do I expand that? Or have you reached a brick, like a box in what you're doing in minimalistic? And it's like, I don't want to keep doing the same minimalistic work because minimalistic could be it's thousands. It's like you can have a genre, you guys, you can have a genre, but then still run out of things to do in your genre, right? Because your mind can't expand upon this. This is what's bringing people. They've come to you 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, but you're like, okay, I need to take this someplace else. And then to me, that is a form of brain fog as well. Okay. I get inspired from other nail picks or they show me a pic. Yeah. But it's just like, How do you feel about that? Because it's like you don't always want to be that nail tech who has to look at other people's work, because a lot of those people just came up with that, or they took something, or they saw something, or they just something popped in their head and they just created that. And so how do we not lose that creative juice to the point where we are able to come up with something that other people are inspired by, because it does happen. But you said before, be good at a few things than good at all. Better to be good at a few things than all things. So maybe offer a few. It seems people get overwhelmed with too many options. Yes. Now that is true. But with designs, you have a clientele, right? You have a clientele. And you can't just keep putting the same thing on the clientele. So it's like you either have to go out and look at what other people are doing, or what are you going to come up with, because it's one thing to stay to draw a certain person. You don't have to go extreme. Like if you do, like she said, minimalistic designs, you can stay within minimalistic designs, but there are 1,000 options within minimalistic. There really are. Minimalistic can go geometric designs. Minimalistic can go as minimalistic as one dot on each nail. I mean, you have to be able to kind of have your mind to do like this to be able to scale it out. So I'm gonna bring it in and scale it out. So it's not that straight black and white to say, like that. I hope that makes sense. I saw a post of someone saying how if someone copying someone else's nails verbatim, then they need to give credit. I get that they were saying, but at the same time, it's just nails. Yes. Okay. So that is true. If you are going to do someone's work, especially like pretty much try to do it verbatim, you should definitely be giving credit or tagging them, or you should be saying inspired by. But the truth of the matter is nowadays is so many people posting up. People are just saving things and just pretty much going from that. It's like, even if it depends, I think it depends on what it is, because I can't think of who this was, but one of the nail techs, I want to say last summer, did this set and it went viral and everybody was doing it, but no one was hardly giving credit. This set was what was it? It was like a rainbow theme, ombre rainbow theme, but it was like she did the stones, and the stones were rainbow themed. And after I saw her do, I want to say it was Tabby Scott nails. I think she did it first, and then I started seeing it everywhere, and people gave credit a few times, but I was seeing it way more where they were not. And you are supposed to say at least inspired by, That's just proper industry etiquette. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. But yeah, and the reason why too is because that's how you gain your popularity. That's how you get your platform large. And you never know who's watching. Like I said before, you never know who's watching. Like a lot of people who do TV and radio and all film, they're watching too. They have scouts, they have assistants who literally go out and do that, because I used to be in the industry. I can tell you that is true. Like if it's something super simple and basic, I don't think credit is necessary all the time. Right. So like I know I save hundreds of pictures. And so if I see something, I'll save it and be like, yeah, I need to go minimalistic like that. Like those 2 lines, I wouldn't have thought of that, and it's going to slip my mind. So let me just save it. And it's just so minimalistic. It's not like if the person did not reinvent the wheel, yeah, okay, tap the sky. Okay. So if the person did not reinvent the wheel with what they did, then it's like, okay, they did something that I forgot about, but they did not invent that. So, okay, I get it. But when you see something that's truly unique and kind of groundbreaking, and you haven't seen anyone do that and pull it off like that, if you can remember to, we're supposed to. I started taking art classes again virtually, trying to refresh and improve my skills. Maybe a little refresh, or is that a marijuana tree? I don't know. Might help. This is a great topic because I hate not having my creative juices flowing like before. And then when, you know what, I asked CC earlier, I said, what should I talk about today? What's today's case study? Because we're doing it every week now. We're back on it. And we were talking. I'm like, that's it. We need to talk about these designs and the brain farts. And so, yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that, because we're going to discuss that a little bit later. But what I want to do now, you might want to come over here to YouTube, you all. What we're going to do now is we're going to move over to the next question, because I have a few questions. And so this is the next question here. The next question is, do you feel like you don't like most of the designs you create? Do you feel like you don't like most of the designs that you create? Let's be honest here. Let's be real, because this is our career. This is what we do for a living. And this is where we are with it. And to lie to yourself is not going to help you. It's going to come tumbling down on you. Like lately, do you feel like you do not like most of the designs that you are seeing or you're putting on people? Let's discuss this. Let's discuss it, okay? We got 30 seconds on the clock and action. Yes. Okay. And that's the thing. If you forget to give credit, then people be so quick to cancel someone. Funny thing is, if somebody cancels me, and this is even in real life, half the time I don't even notice because I'm so busy and I don't care. But yeah, if it's something groundbreaking, you're supposed to. But a lot of times, some people assuming like like I said, what they did was not groundbreaking. And they might have just stirred up something that people haven't been doing for a long time. I'll give you an example. A good example of that is French. French been around since the 80s. Okay, that's how nails started out. Like French was a fancy thing for the fancy rich women, and it has come and gone and come and gone. So who you going to give? You're not going to give credit to someone for French, especially even if you put glitter over. It's like you're not doing anything groundbreaking. The next thing would be leopard designs and cheetah print and all that type of stuff. It's like you're not doing anything groundbreaking. It's just coming back. That design is from the cheetah print, and animal print is from the 90s. And French goes back as far as the 80s. Okay. I know because I was doing nails in the 90s. Yes, I'm that old. So I know. You said I live in Memphis, and even just looking at the different mules around the city can get my ideas going. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I think it goes back to what someone said earlier. And if that's the case, then to get it out your head, then you might want to go and do a sample nail and have it on your sample nail chart, because I get inspired all the time throughout the week, but a lot of times I'm just not near my stuff. And even if I write it down, it's just not the same. So that is a good idea to kind of start getting the ideas out your head, because creative people, we get a flood of so many designs and inspirations, but they will leave you just as fast. Okay. Cancel culture should be canceled. And things are evolving. I like the designs I create. I'm not in that minimalistic niche. You already know I don't like gaudy nails. So you don't like minimalistic and you don't like gaudy. That's fine. Whatever it is that you like, that's fine, you guys. But you like the designs that you create. So that's good. So no one else answered that question. Do I like the designs that I create? I'm going to say 75% of the time, the designs I create these days, I do like. However, I will say that I feel like my creative juices are not where they used to be, because nails has changed to a lot of encapsulation work, and my clientele is not encapsulated. And I don't want them to be too encapsulated, because encapsulated nails limits you. And I have a clientele that gets fill-ins. And so a fill-in clientele is going to keep a set on for a while. And that doesn't go with encapsulated work because it limits how you can fill it in. So yeah. You said you can't answer the question because you're new to the nail industry. Okay. But I mean, if you're still doing it on people, are you satisfied with what you're doing? Like, would you put that on a client and feel comfortable charging them? I know a tech in Atlanta who recreates paintings she sees and puts them on nails. I know one here too. She charges a lot of money to do that. I would say lately, though, the way the nails are shifting, that they are shifting away from things you can really do on top of a finished nail. And everything is more, to me, is more geared towards encapsulation and color. And that's not my clientele. So that presents, I can do that work. Don't get me twisted on that. But I definitely can do all that stuff. But that's not my clientele. It's not where I want to take my clientele. So it kind of limits me a little bit in terms of what's hot, So, okay, I have a few more questions. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. I'm going to ask this next question here. Here we go. Okay, so my next question is when do you become foggy? Always? Are you always foggy when it comes to doing designs? Do you freak out and get foggy, brain fog, brain freeze, or before it is time to perform? So is it just like a general anxiety that you have, or is it just like right before you buffing them down, you about to spray them down or wipe their nails down and start doing the designs? Do you get the anxiety right before you're about to do something, or is it all the time? Let me know. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. Let me know. Okay, when do you become foggy? Always or before it is time to perform? So we got a few answers here. I try to give people 30 seconds on the clock because I want them to have time to type and to respond. Maybe my answer didn't go through. No, Artina, I didn't see yours. That's why I put the 30 seconds up there to give it time to come through. I don't see an answer from you. Kind of always until I get inspired. So you say, okay, so kind of always until I get inspired. So it's just like, yeah, I've been getting much better lately, but there was a period recently in the past, I'm going to say even during COVID, there was a time where I was having anxiety about doing designs. I don't know why, but I was just feeling like I've done everything I could do on top of the nails. And then that's when everything really starts switching over to encapsulated work. And I'm like, I'm not about to put all this color acrylic on people because they get fill-ins. And fill-ins and color acrylic is like, that makes it more complicated. And it makes a color acrylic and encapsulation and fill-ins don't really go together. I mean, it could, but if you come to me, it's going to turn into an ombre. I'm not about to be matching all that stuff up, and I might not even remember. And it's just hard. Like if you do marble and all that, that's so permanent. Until the inspiration comes, I'm foggy. I can recreate things I'm given, but brand new ideas are kind of foggy. Exactly. Brand new ideas are kind of foggy. I see things, I get inspired, and in my head, I'm like, okay, next time I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. So you're foggy and you can recreate things, but new ideas are kind of foggy. Yeah. It's okay. So Chrissy said it's right after my client tells me they don't know what they want and I wasn't giving it any type of mind. Exactly. So you get yours right before. So Lauren is kind of like, generally, but not that much. Artina is like, brand new ideas are kind of foggy for her. That's a general thing for her. And you're saying that you get the anxiety, Chrissy, right before, because you're not even thinking about it. Because the thing of it is, it's time for you to perform now. It's time for you to perform, honey. They're like, yes, do whatever. Here you go. And you're like, yeah. So I totally get that. And I'm going somewhere with this. I'm definitely going somewhere with this. So I'm trying to figure out, do you like what you do? Do you have anxiety about it all the time or right before? And, we're going somewhere with this. So let's get into the next question because I got them written down, honey. The next question is, how often do you research trends? So how often do you research the trends that are out? I know how often I research it. And this right here, this doesn't even have to be a long answer, but just chime in. Don't be shy. Chime in. How often? Okay, so let's see what people said. Barbara, the nail pusher, said, "Is this a thing? Is there like a paper with nail shapes that you can create a design on paper with a pencil?" People have created them, but let me tell you something. That's really easy. All you have to do is this. You're gonna start out by just drawing. This is what I always did. Just drawing a square without the top. See that? A square without the top. I'm showing TikTok. Now I'm showing Instagram. And then you just simply come up on both sides like this. See that? See that? See that? And then you just draw the little circle around. That's all. That's the quick way I'll draw a nail. If I have something I definitely want to get out my head, I just simply draw it like that. And then you could kind of do like this or whatever. And, and make notes and point to it or whatever. So, yeah, that is a thing. You could just do it yourself. And okay, so Lydia said all the time she's researching. And how do you research trends? You don't know how to research trends. Just scrolling on Instagram. The algorithm on Instagram and TikTok and all these places, the algorithm will know what you give attention to and what you scroll on, what you give time to, and it will give you more of that. So that's your research, and you just save what you like, because there are posts that I save for different reasons. I save things because I like the set, and I save things too because I don't necessarily like the set, but it's something that set is doing that I forgot that I should be doing. Or there's something on that set. It's like, I forgot I had that and I need to start using that. So I'll save it for different reasons, It's a lady who sells nail books. Let me find her IG. You don't see many nail trends lately. Everything is French now. Everything is French and hand painted. You're seeing a lot of clouds, people drawing clouds. It was hearts on everything, but that was Valentine's. Yeah. And all the big giant 3D pieces and stuff on the nails. Yeah. You just scroll, but you should be saving some of that stuff. That's research. Amazon sells them too, but I just use sketchbooks like for Michael's. This from the Dollar Tree. This book is from Dollar Tree. Perfect size book, So do searches on your socials. Yeah, that's what I mean by research. Doing searches on your social. So meaning for me, I am on my socials all the time. And just saving stuff. And I do that at least once a day, maybe twice a day. And speaking of resources and things to get, here we go. Chicago Beauty Source has all of the needs for the beauty professional, offering full financing as well. Shop today. Okay. Yep, I just save pictures to my IG all the time for different reasons, just to go back and reference things. So that's what I meant by that. And so what we're going to do next is just wondering, and it's interesting, that answer right there, I was expecting to get different answers because it seems like people are not researching, and I am online every day looking to see what's what. And so that's interesting to see that a lot of people here are not really on that like that. So here's my next question. The next question is, what percentage of your current products do you honestly use? And this is a good one. What percentage of your current products do you honestly use on a regular basis? What percentage of your products, all the stuff that you bought, how much are you really using on a regular basis? Okay. Okay. Lauren said, I save the nails and categorize them. I don't do all that, but that's good. But often. Artina says, I don't do it every day, but I do it often. Lauren said 5%. She uses 5% of the stuff that she has in her arsenal of supplies, design supplies. See, I'm going to see how I'm going somewhere with this. Call Me Sally said maybe 25, 30% she's using. So we got 5%, we got 25, 30%, right? Lydia said less than 5%, less than 5% that she is using. Keeping Nettie said, I'm on Instagram all the time and I don't see anything new. Everything looks the same as it did a year ago. Except for the big 3D things, yeah. Yeah, nails are just getting longer and longer and longer. The extendos. And it's funny because, a lot of the newer nail techs really believe they're inventing the wheel. But what it is that it looks more sensationalized because it's just on longer nails. Because all this marble that everybody keeps doing, marble has been out for freaking ever, since the 2000s. All of this stuff, French, all of this stuff, none of it is new. It just looks more sensational because it's on super, super, super long nails. And none of it is really new, you guys. It's not. I'm sorry. It's just not. But, this is where we are, and this is what it takes to really get the likes, right? Gel and gel polish on a regular. All the little odds and ends hardly get touched. See? So she's not using much either. Artina said, I use maybe 5% of the stuff that I have. See? My new powder forms, primer, files, top coat, and whatever else design they want on top. So that's interesting because, as you can see, most people, when I ask that question, I had some good questions today, right? Most people are using 25% or less of the supplies that they have, 25% or less of the supplies that they have in their arsenal. And yeah, that's interesting. On top of the poll that I took at the beginning of this video, when I was asking, how do you see business? And I saw that almost half of the people just started doing nails. And so that goes back to what I've always said, that when you are a new nail tech and you're so excited, you run out and buy all this stuff and you don't even use it. See, I'm going somewhere with my questions. I know, I know, right? Stuff just sitting, just sucking up dust. A Swiffer Wet Jet Nail Art Edition. When I first started, I bought a bunch of colored acrylic that just sits and collects dust. Yes, and I have so many color acrylics. I got color acrylics that I made and blended myself. Even when I lived in Atlanta, brought them back to Chicago. Oh my God, it takes forever. No one ever really uses all their color acrylics. You'll use your core powders, your cover powders, but those color acrylics, oh my God, unless it's red and you do a lot of color red sets or something. Oh, of course, the monomer too, of course, but those are just basic. Those are just core supplies. I would not put that in the category. I'm talking about the stuff you bought specifically to do designs. How much of it do you really use? And from what you all are saying, it's 25% or less. You don't, yeah. See, that's core supplies. Those are the basics. You don't even count that. Those are things you need to just work. There are nail techs who don't even do designs, so they don't buy design stuff. So I'm saying for those of us who do designs, how much of this stuff are we really using? And we are seeing that it's not much. And I'm taking this somewhere. So let's move on to the final question.
Now available at www.chicagobeautysource.com. Again, that's www.chicagobeautysource.com.
Chrissy said, I stopped buying design stuff. A lot of it is just for encapsulating, and I hate encapsulating. I like encapsulating, but encapsulating is for people who don't keep sets on, and my clients keep their sets on. I just use, and you can use encapsulated stuff on top of the nail, but depending on what it is, some of the stuff you can't put on top of the nail will be too bulky. I just use the basics. The percentage of design stuff I use is like 2%. Right? But a lot of new nail techs, we all run out and we're so excited to do designs, and we buy all this stuff that just sits there. I only use my foils, chrome, stickers, and glitters. Sounds familiar. Sounds very, very, very familiar. And so with this case study, there is one more question. There is one more question. This is a good one too. Here it is. Let's just go over this one last question real quick. This is my last question. Do you practice or do you wait to try a new design that you see when the client gets there? Do you practice beforehand or do you wait and do it on the client? Something you saw and I could do it. Let's be honest here. Do we practice beforehand? Okay. I like fast, simple nail art. That's what Lauren said. Barbara said, is it not true, though, that more people are simple with their nails than the crazy designs, encapsulated long ass nails, etc.? Yes, if you watch my channel in real life, if you have a clientele, realistically for the long term, the clientele is not going to be asking for that because of the type of jobs and lives they lead with kids and stuff. I always practice before because it saves time. Now that's good. Yes, most people are more simple with their nails, but if you see something you want to do you wait until the client get there and say, I'm gonna try it out on them? Or do you sit down and practice beforehand? That's the question. That's the question. I do the wildest designs and use the most products on myself, laughing out loud. That's funny because, yeah, I have some things in my head and I'm like, I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna crank it out tomorrow. I'm gonna sit down there for 2-3 hours and I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna record it and everything, and that never happens. That never happens. That's the new nail techs. The new nail techs is so happy like that. But when you get into this, the last thing you want to do, it's like going into work for free. It's like saying, you know what? I'm going to go up to my job and organize my desk, even though I'm not going to punch in or anything. I'm just going to go up there and organize my desk. Who does that? And that's when you are really into your career. That is like the last thing ideally that you should be doing. That would be the right thing to do. But it's like clocking into work without being paid. So we don't do it because we're trying to shut off the lights and leave. Okay. The everyday woman is okay. I tried something new on a client and it didn't work. So now I reserve myself as a guinea pig. Yeah. And I've done that before. I have done that before for sure, where it's like, let me try this. And certain things I'm like, no, it just depends on the client. Like if we're not doing anything, we're kind of friends. And I know she doesn't have to leave right away. I'll kind of tell them like, I want to try something. I'll let them know. And if they say, okay, go ahead. It just depends. Now, some people might be like, what you going to do? If a person is like that, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be sitting there practicing, wiping it off, doing this, or trying to figure it out while they're there. Plus, that's going to put extra pressure on me to perform, So, yeah. If it's something I'm not sure of, I'll practice it first. Okay, cool. So this is interesting. I think these were some really good questions I came up with for today's case study. I got nothing because it's true. Us as nail techs, when you first start out, you go out and buy all this stuff and you are so excited. But as time goes on and you feel like you've done it all on all these clients, there comes a time where you're like, okay, what do I do? What's next? I'm burned out. I can't think of anything. You really want to keep doing, something new. You really want to keep doing something new. And so this is something that people do face. Now, it doesn't have to be outrageous, but even the people who get the accent nails every time, you still don't want to just keep putting on the same thing. Like, it's interesting to see someone said, I use foil, this, and this. And then I'm not even using this other stuff. But should we be sitting down and making ourselves use some of this stuff? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell everyone here, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I did not realize until the past week or so that I have so much stuff, literally, that I need to go through and organize. I need to go through and donate, or I definitely need to use that I haven't used in a year or two. I bought it. I used it once or twice. And I never did use the stuff again. I never did use the stuff again. Actually, maybe once or twice in the past couple years. And what I did was I actually wrote a list. Actually wrote a list. Things that we should be doing to really open our horizons as a nail tech, okay? In the creative sense. We need to first reorganize our designs and supplies. We need to reorganize them because if you are a working nail tech, we get busy, we get sloppy, and we just start throwing stuff in drawers and things get out of order. Okay. So that's one thing that will make you lose your motivation. Number two, we need to throw away some things or even donate it to a school. Or if you're trying to build your brand, and this actually should be a separate video. If you're trying to build your brand, you should use it as a giveaway. Okay. You should be looking at things on a daily basis and saving them for inspiration so you can keep it up. Keep up your creative sense. And then you should be using your plain Janes for testers, even if it's just the accent finger, just to try out some things or something you saw that you are curious about. Even if you don't have time to practice it, if you have a person who's very open-minded, it's okay to ask them first and let them know. But if it's something that you think you're going to have to like drill it back off and put it back on and you're wasting a lot of time, don't do it. I personally, my clients, sometimes my books are too close to even do that, but it's okay to use your plain Janes for testers. Okay. And things that are your friend would be daughter tools. Okay. Daughter tools you can do so much with. You can draw with daughter tools, stripers, blooming gel, foil gel, matte polish, stones. Let's not forget our stamp kits. Stamp kits. Nobody's stamping anymore. And for a while, people were using stamps like crazy. I know I have stamp stuff everywhere, plates and all that. I was going crazy ordering plates, stamp plates, and stickers. Everybody in here, a lot of nail techs have bought stickers. We all have stickers. Everybody has a stack of stickers that they're not using. But you can still use stickers, but just use them accordingly. Even the clients that are very plain Jane, you could be using them to just put an accent, even if it just says love, you put love on the pinky finger. There are different things we could do. We got to make sure we're using this stuff. And this is what will get your creative juices flowing. Go back and look at this other 75% or 80%, 90% of stuff that you're not even using. Go back and look at it and organize it. I have so much stuff that I can't even organize it all at one time because it's overwhelming. I go back and I take sections and I'm like, okay, all this I need to do, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna either throw it away, put it to the side and give it to the school, or I'm gonna use it. And I make myself use it. And it's crazy because just recently I've noticed that my creative juices are flowing a little bit more, a little bit better, because I put a lot of things off to the side because I used them once or twice and I became bored with it. But if you take a lot of the things that you are inspired with when you are scrolling on Instagram, you saving photos and stuff, you can incorporate the things you are inspired by into your old stuff and you can create something totally new. That's how you come up with something totally new, because you're taking the old and you are incorporating it with the new. Okay. A few years ago, you mentioned a nail supply website. Can you share it again? Can I share it again? My website, Chicago Beauty Source, that is a nail supply website. And we do offer Afterpay, and we just got Klarna as well on board, and we offer Shop Pay. That nail.
Chicago Beauty Source has all of the needs for the beauty professional, offering full financing as well. Shop today.
So that right there is currently being revamped again because it's totally being expanded. There are a lot of cool new products out there. And then we also want a way for people to finance what they need. So if there's something specific that you do need, we can put it on there and you can finance it. Ha ha ha. I recently bought a 3-tier cart I put beside my desk that keeps the core products I use so I have easy access to it. And keep, wait, what does it say? And keep, okay. It organized. Okay. Yeah, but then it's like those are the things you always use, but go back and look at the things you have not used in a long time. They either need to be given away or repurposed. They need a lot of stuff. What I'm saying is that we can repurpose, we can repurpose it. That way I don't build clutter on my desk, Lauren says. After I'm done with it, I put it back in the cart clean as I go. And that's what I'm moving towards too. There are a lot of, I really got out of control with how I kept a lot of my stuff, and then I became overwhelmed. And if you become a career nail tech and you're on a tight schedule, you don't have time to be digging through the crates on stuff. And so that is the first step. Like I said, number one was reorganize your design supplies, throw away old stuff or donate. And then things that are your friend, make sure you have all these things, and then use the stuff that's left over when you reorganize, donate, or throw away. Start incorporating it into the things that you see online. So you can be inspired by this, but you can incorporate it to what you already have. Okay. So that was my overall kind of thing. But I want to tell you all, I really have an announcement. I have an announcement, you all. I have an announcement because this case study, I liked it so much. I sat and typed all these questions, and I have a surprise for you. So here it goes. So I literally just put all of this together, literally right before I came live. Like literally, I put all this together right before I came live. This inspired me to come up with this right here. A private nail design mastermind workshop. Why? Because I think that we need this. I think the new nail techs need this. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? I'm asking them on YouTube because I have a screen up. Can you all hear me? Just want to make sure. Private nail design mastermind workshop. Can I just get a yes? If you can hear me before I keep talking and blabbing on and on and on and on. We are going to do a private nail design mastermind workshop. Okay. I literally put this together. This right here is available on the website right now. We are going to be doing this Sunday. This Sunday, April 4th, I think that is, from 2 to 5 o'clock. We can only take 6 people. 6 people are going to come together in a private YouTube. This is not open to the public. It's already sitting up there. You will not see it because it's set to private. And if you buy into this workshop, the 6 people will be coming together for 3 hours with all of your nail designs. Take this week, take your supplies, go through them, and we're going to learn how to repurpose them into what is current today. So we can make sure that we are staying in our creative juices and our creative flow. So it's for 6 people. And the reason why is because the last time I did a live workshop, I did not think so many people would sign up. That was like 2 years ago, and it was too many people on the screen. So this time it will be the 6 of us live on camera, and we're popping in and out on screen, and we are coaching and working with each other. Like, put some of that right there. Do this, do that. What if I did this? You know what? Do this. You know, and I'm going to have my mannequin hand out. You'll have your hand. You could do your own hand or a mannequin hand or your sister or your friend or your cousin, whoever. And you'll have that out, right? But we're going to be kind of working together in a collaborative effort to help each other make sure that we're using all the stuff that we bought. Because I'm going to tell you, I've been coming up with some new stuff just using the things that I have. But sometimes it takes somebody else to kind of, you know, like, do you have any foil? If you have some foil, you put that right there. Maybe you should do like a half kind of curved V there. Oh, that's nice. Well, now add a border around, you know, like kind of help each other open up the mind. I'm going to be there coaching out, you know, try my very best for everyone to see, like, use the stuff that you have, because nothing out here, you all are right. There's nothing out here really reinventing the wheel. And a lot of nail techs do encapsulation, but a lot of us do not do encapsulation. And so there is a lot that we can still do with what we have. So if you go to chicagobeautysource.com, which is scrolling right here along the bottom, chicagobeautysource.com, you will see under the education tab, this right here, private nail design mastermind workshop that's taking place this Sunday. Only 6 people. And I'm not just saying that. Like, if 6 sell, it will say sold out, because that's all I want on screen, because it's a private group, 6 people on screen coming in and out for 3 hours, helping each other to kind of expand and work with some things, give you tips and tricks. Like, I know for a fact that foil gel acts funny for people. But if you have other nail techs in the room who know the secrets, tips, and tricks, or tell you different ways to use that same foil, then you have really walked away knowing how to use what you've invested your money into already. So it's 6 slots available. Now, let me tell you the best part about this, because if you watch my channel, you know I have a ton of stuff that I need to get rid of, and I'm still sitting here with totes and totes of stuff. And so I decided, if you want to be a part of the workshop, I am literally going to ship you a box of nail supplies that I have here. So if you buy tonight or you buy tomorrow, I'm going to the post office and I'm shipping you a package of supplies, and it's valued at $50. Like, on the website, it will be $50. But I have too much here, and I don't want the stuff to go bad. So I don't know what made me buy. It was like a ridiculous amount of stuff. It's too many totes. So to clear out for spring, with this course, the course is $50. The Mastermind workshop is $50, but you're going to receive a package in the mail with designs, with designer stuff, all kinds of things for doing designs. I promise you, things to do French, things to do acrylic, core powders, transfer foils, all sorts of things. So you're basically getting the supplies, and you're coming to this Mastermind workshop. It's available on Chicago Beauty Source. It's only available for 6 people. And so that is the surprise. That is the surprise. That is the surprise. I think that's pretty much it that I had for it. Make sure you share this live and hit the notification bell. Tell a friend. And we're going to get back to the second part, which is, I always open up the floor for if anyone has questions, let me know. Let me know. So does anyone have any specific questions or anything that they want to ask before I end this live? We're at 1 hour and 4 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. We got straight to the point. My name is Chicago of Chicago Beauty Source. If you're interested, this Sunday, it'll be from 2 to 5 in a private YouTube live. Only available to those people. Once you register for the class, I will have your email. You will be sent the link to come into the classroom. You would have to be ready to work with your mannequin, your own hand, or whatever. And we're going to sit down and we're going to help each other open up our minds and use this stuff. Do you think clients prefer stickers, foils versus freehand? I think it depends on the client. I think that a lot of people now want to see you do freehand art, but I'm going to tell you, anybody who's doing freehand is drawing stuff, you should be charging a lot of money, because freehand is a very detailed, time-consuming skill. And for me personally, my books don't even allow me to sit up and do that all day. My books are kind of tight, and I'm not going to open my books up to do a few people who want few. I don't really draw anyway, but there are certain things I could draw if I sat and really thought about it. But I tell those people, like, if you want something like that, I need to know in advance, and you got to get it at the end of the day, because I can't be rushed doing it. And so I'm not going to expand that fill-in or that full set for the few who want that, because then I'm losing money. Get it? Because most people don't take that long. So I can't open that up in my scheduling books for that. So I think that people would like to see freehand, of course, because I think people like the process of watching you draw. It's relaxing for them to just sit there and watch you, the experience of it all. But that also, to me, is a premium service that will be way more money. It's more talent and skill put into that, and time. Okay, thank you. Depends on the quality. Yeah. How long is the class? The class is 3 hours, so it goes from 2 to 5. Last time I did one with acrylic, and it was so many people. I was surprised how many people signed up for that. It was like a lot of people, and it was hard to get everyone on screen. So this time I only want 6, so I can see and pull people in and out easier. So it's from 2 to 5 this upcoming Sunday. So a week from today. And I would say get it now sooner than later because, like I said, I want to ship you a package out with product so you can even have it with you and use it on Sunday. Yes. And everyone will get the product regardless, but I just want to make sure you have it before Sunday. I see somebody just probably got the class. Yeah, so were there any other questions? Does anyone have a question regarding their business, marketing, or anything like that? Something I can answer real quick that may help others. Give this a second. You said, I'm there. All right. I tell you, you do designs. I was in your acrylic class. It was amazing. So helpful. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. That was a long time ago. I've even had a person come to my house. I think her husband was afraid I was going to chop her up. I'm like, come on over. I'll show you. And I have done one-on-ones with people and, just the basics. And then, too, let's not forget in terms of acrylic, I actually have an acrylic class that's still up there. It's called, what is it? It's just laying acrylic. It's nothing but laying acrylic. Because everyone is teaching acrylic now. Everyone is teaching acrylic. Everyone's teaching acrylic. But the problem is everyone is teaching how to do acrylic on extendos. And I keep telling everyone, you want to last in this industry, you got to know how to do some basic nails. You got to know how to polish a real nail. You got to know how to polish with polish. You got to know how to polish where it's going to stay on. You got to go back to the basics. So this is great acrylic every time. And this class is just laying acrylic, understanding about your brush, your liquid powder ratios, and how to lay acrylic on real everyday women. Because in the real world, being in this for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, your clientele, even if they're extendo clients now, as you get older, your clientele will get older. Everybody's not going to keep wearing extendos. Can you come back down and do a short set? It looks nice and not like a big brick. Because laying acrylic on this is totally different from laying acrylic on that. And if you don't really understand the concept of the acrylic, you're going to struggle when you try to come back down to the real everyday woman's nails. So yeah, that class is available still too. Great acrylic every time. Thank you so much for saying that. Marketing. You said you're excited for this Sunday. Yeah, it's a mastermind kind of group. So we're going to be like powwowing with each other because I watch videos all the time and I get a little tidbit. I've learned some things in the past month, and I'm like, thank you. Oh my God, I've been trying to figure that out for a year. Even with stone placement, my stones stay on, even the big 3D ones, but I had to learn that over time. But they stay. A person will come back 2-3 weeks later, a month later, they are still there. Get it? Like little tips and tricks where you can ask all of that. Or even with stone placement, I see people place stones and they don't look as good. It's little bitty tips and tricks that we can share with each other. I'll tell you what I know to make your designs go from a 6 to a 9, 10. Little bitty tidbits. And if you don't have the products, maybe I have the products and I'll show you what I have and go buy this or get this because that's I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna do one for you. See how that looks different? And then that's what the class is about. A mastermind more so. We're helping each other and we're learning how to expand our creative juices because I bet you a lot of us have stuff that we're not even using. Okay? I know we do. We just said it here in this case study. We're not even using all this stuff. Do you think getting out and talking to people still works in the addition to social media? Yeah. Some people can't lay a short acrylic or regular size acrylic because they only learned how they went right into long nails following social media people. Get into it, honey. That's the truth. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not saying anything in particular. It's just the truth. Like, come back to your basics. You can't go to the Marriott and work as a nail tech, even if you're licensed, if you can't do the nails that, I'm just giving an example, and I'm going to answer your question. But to give you an example, even being a licensed nail tech, there are ebbs and flows. I'm in an ebb right now with my career because my hands are starting to have arthritis and coming out of COVID. It's just a weird time right now. I have the option to go work in spas and all of that, but you can't go into a spa and say I'm a full nail tech, and then they ask you, they're going to give you tests to see your work. You got to know how to go in and polish a nail perfectly. You got to know how to go in and lay some acrylic for spas. Totally different from what you're seeing on the social media. They will probably just put you on pedicures, or if they really needed you, they're going to hire you, and they will never give you the full sets. They will never give you the acrylic because You don't understand how to scale your acrylic back. Everybody wants to go to the acrylic that's so extreme. Do you understand how to do basic acrylic and how to scale it back? Because I will tell you, in your career, if you ever have to go and work in a spa, or if you work for an agency and they send you to someone's house and they're going to pay you $200-$300 to come, which they will, they know you can do it. Hey, Tanisha, hey, we have a lady downtown. She's going out. She's leaving out of town. She needs someone to come to her house. The job pays $350, but she's going to tip you, of course. You know, she's a regular of ours, and she takes care of our people. We need to know if you can get there in an hour. We'll pay you. The prop is $350. Can you do it? Yeah, I'll grab my mobile kit. But that $350 that I'm going to get to do that lady's acrylic is totally different from what you see on social media. Okay. One time I went out and did Khloe Kardashian. Wait, which one is it? The one that was Scott Disick. Which one? Khloe, and which one? The one that was with Scott Disick. I went and did one of her friends here in Chicago. Wealthy woman here, north side of Chicago. Acrylic nails, easily $200-$300. You know, whatever. I went to her a few times or whatever, but the nails that I have to do for that sort of client is totally different from what you all are seeing. It's totally different from what I'm doing here. Courtney, I did one of Courtney's friends' nails. She's with them all the time. She flies out. She hangs with them. You never know. When you're licensed, you can do a lot in this industry. However, are your skills scalable? Are your skills scalable, or do you just know how to do this? Okay? And this is what this channel exists for. And this is why I swear, if you see this right here, this is my grandmother's name. It was Maggie. On my grandmother's grave, I literally just came up with this idea for this mastermind right before. And I had to hurry up and create the case study video and get it uploaded in correct format, MP4. Then I said, oh my God, I need to do something for the class. And so I said, let me get this ready. And then I had to go into my website and upload it and get it ready for that. I literally came up with this because I'm like, this is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we need. And I was right, because no one's using this stuff. I bet you all have some fabulous stuff. And then you never know what's going to happen in this mastermind, because you may say, I have too much of this. We may start shipping each other stuff. You have 10 of those, you have too much of that. Okay, well, I'm going to mail you these extra, this, and can you mail me that? You know, you never know. So that's what this class is for. Synergy. Synergy is the joining of energy for a common purpose to lift everybody up. So that's why I came up with this at the last minute. I want everyone to come together and to help each other. And of course, I'm going to be looking at everyone, and I'm going to be telling you different ways to zhuzh and repurpose and recreate the designs you have been doing, so you walk out enlightened and able to offer your clients something new. So that's it. I think that's it. Let's see. Here goes a question. What platform will we be using on Sunday? Can I use my phone, or should I use my computer? YouTube. This is on YouTube. So this is a private class. Like, we're on YouTube right now. It's just not open to the public. So I'll send you a link. And you know how, like, I can invite you on camera right now. I'm going to send you a link to your email that you purchased the class. Well, it's not a class. It's a mastermind, like a workshop. Whatever email you sign up with, you're going to receive a link to come on screen. So you can do it on your phone. Yes, you can do it on your phone. Read the instructions on there, because I want you to understand, to get the most out of the workshop, to really make sure that you're interacting with everyone and not just looking. Have your phone set up some type of way, like on a pod or something, because you want to be able to actually move around. You don't want to be constantly trying to prop up your phone, because you'll link into it, but have a way you can have your phone propped up so we can see. Even if we don't see exactly what you're doing step by step, you want to be able to just keep working and doing what you're doing. We might give you some tips or tricks, so like, do that on an angle. And I might say, you see right here, you see how I did this? Yeah, do that on the side and put some of this. You know what I'm saying? Now put some dots going around. Do a stone cluster with this and some dots. You see how that came together? You see, I found this on Instagram, so this is where I got this from. So that's what I was thinking. You see, I think that look good. What do you think? You'd be like, oh my God, I love it. And that'll be something new. So you can do it on your phone, but make sure that you have your phone free so you can work and be able to just hold it up to the phone screen. Like, what you think about this? Okay, I'm gonna do that. You get it? You can use your computer too, but just make sure that your hands are free for you to work and you don't have to keep fumbling with your phone. Because when we did that last class, what happened was, I noticed a lot of people didn't have a way to set up their phone. So they were on screen, but what they kept doing was sitting their phone down, and their phone was just facing the ceiling. Then they would pick the phone back up, and you could hear them picking up the phone like, what about this? So that's what you don't want to be doing in the class. So even if you have to, as a nail tech, we should have this anyway. Everybody should have this anyway. As a professional in the business, I don't care what you do. Go to Five Below and buy you a $5 tripod, or go on Amazon and buy you a tripod. Just buy a tripod. Both of these tripods, this one is more expensive, but that one I really like, and it's lightweight. This came from Five Below, and it goes real tall, real short, and this came from Five Below. So yeah. I was talking about reference to marketing. Do you think getting out and talking and passing out business cards still work in addition to social media? I'm gonna come back to that in 1 second, because I have a quick story time about that. As a salon owner, would you have hired a newly licensed nail tech? I'm not very fast, and I can't get hired at a salon. Great question. At my big salon, yes, I did hire new people. As I've said before, I had, when you come in, I'm going to look over your application, ask you about yourself, ask you about your availability, and then the next part is always a practical. That's why I said, a lot of people don't understand. You may be great at this, but you could be pigeonholing yourself into a box, because your career is going to go through ebbs and flows over the years, and you want to be scaled enough to move with the punches, right? Because if you came to work in my place, which was right by Oprah and right by downtown, you definitely had to do practical. But see, I'm open-minded, because the practical just told me where to place you. Because if you have the availability to come into work, your attitude is pleasant, and you want to learn, I will pretty much hire anyone and give them a try. I just had a 3-tier commission system. So if you are new, you are not that fast, but you have the right mindset, I will still bring you in. You're just going to come in at the lowest commission, which I think was 40. My commission structure could go over 50. Like, it just depends on where you were. You were there for a while. You can go up to like 52, 53% where you were getting more money, but that's down the line. And 2 girls were on that. But anyway, so I will still bring you in at the lowest commission. And what it is that I will work with you. So when you're there, we're teaching you how we do things in the salon, how we fold towels and all that, and just teaching you about spa etiquette. Because and that's why I said, doing fabulous designs don't make you a darn career nail tech. Do you understand about spas and how they run, and etiquette, and how you poise yourself, how to have conversations with people of different levels? So I will take those people in, and we will all help them, teach them things. And then if it's not busy, we would say, okay, we're going to work on your polishing today. We're going to work on your French. And then we will let them slowly work on people. And so you just have to keep going out there and showing people, and still build your social media and show them, your work. And when you're trying to work at a salon, a lot of people want to know if you can polish a nail and shape a nail properly. They don't really care about all that long design stuff. But it depends on what you want to do. You want to work at a shop that's doing long acrylic? It could be some other reasons why. It depends. When you say work at a salon, we might need to do a consultation at Chicago Beauty Source, because it depends on what you want to do. Because to be honest with you, and you might not want to hear this, but it depends on how you're pivoting yourself. Like spa, you will find a place that'll work with you. But if you're trying to go into a salon doing nails and say you do designs, it's other things that come into play when people pick and choose who they want at their salon. Do you have the look? Will you be a good fit for their culture? Like, I'm older now, so if I went to a place where they playing, loud music and smoking and stuff all day, they might, even though I'm cool and they might like my work, they may not bring me on, because they're gonna feel like their mother is in the room. So it's just weird, because it is like that too. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. And yeah, I hope that answered the question. Okay. Do business cards and passing it. Okay, does that still work in addition to social media? I would say yes, but I would not put in specific time into doing that, because that's the old school method of doing things. I went to a networking event this past week, and it was funny because Chicago has become a little bit of an Atlanta. When it depends on how you're doing it. Like when I went to this event, everyone in the room was trying to solicit everyone. So it was just like a cluster of people who did the same thing. So you can network and try to collab on some things, but really social media is still the best way to go. Getting on your hands and getting out on your hands and feet and getting out here and trucking the pavement, that's the old way of doing things. And it's also not the most efficient way. You can reach thousands of people per week versus 100 people in a week, so if you are out, it's good to have a card, because somebody did ask me for my card at that event, and I'm like, I don't have cards. I haven't printed cards in years. But she was an older woman, so it's good to have them with you and have some in your car, in your armrest or whatever, and a few in your purse, maybe like some postcards or whatever. But most people these days, they don't want paper. They're going to ask you, what's your Instagram? What's your TikTok? What's this? So depending on who you're targeting, it's good to have both. Good. Yeah, you need a gooseneck. A gooseneck is perfect. So just you'll log in and then just sit your gooseneck up and just get to working, and yeah, that'll work. That'll work for the Mastermind workshop. Perfect. Thank you so much. I was starting to get discouraged, and I really appreciate your encouragement. No problem. And see, I'm telling you, like, people either love or hate me because I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell them the real deal from my experience in 30 years in this business, celebrities and blah, 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 blah. If you watch my channel, you already know. I will tell you the real answer, because you're trying to do this for real. So you can find someone. I used to bring new people in all the time, and I'm still in touch with a few of them. There was a guy, he was pretty new, but he was eager and everything. And he was very humble, and we worked with him, and he slowly started working on people. He had long, beautiful nails too. And yeah, so I pretty much would work with anyone. I pretty much would, unless they had a stank attitude and I knew that they weren't going to be serious, then I would just, but yeah, you'll find someone. You'll find someone easier depending on your age, your look, and what you're trying to do. If you're trying to go into something snazzy and do acrylic and you're older, people are going to look at you a certain way. It might be a little trickier. But if you're trying to do natural nails or spa-like nails, just go in and show that you're serious and really speak on being open. I'm open to learning more. I'm excited to expand my career. I want to take what I know and be around other like-minded individuals who can show me the ins and outs of the industry, and I just want to learn everything there is to know about the industry, because this is what I want to do. So when you do it like that, somebody will definitely bring you in. And do not forget to use Craigslist. Craigslist is still where people post for nail techs. Do not forget your local nail supplies and looking at the job boards, because people are always putting up stuff on the job boards as well. Also, do not forget to go back to the school that you went to and ask them, because a lot of people call it to the schools looking for new people. Don't forget about that. A lot of people do that too. Forget about it. So you have cards with your Instagram on it. Somebody told me that it's good to get out and talk to people. Well, yeah, that too. But in today's world, people have been away from each other. So being in people's face is kind of like not the thing, not the move as much these days, but it's always good to have. What I will say, it cannot hurt. But I will also say, do not waste a lot of time purposely to do that, because you can use that time over here and reach more people. Okay. I know you worked in corporate. Did you ever go back and forth doing nails in the 9 to 5? Yes, many times over the years. I've been back and forth within corporate America. The great thing about what I did, though, and the way everything lined up, was all of my corporate jobs connected to beauty. So like my first main corporate job was with Walgreens as a retail manager. So I learned about inventory, calculating goods, understanding how goods move, and all of that, and managing people. And then my other two main corporate jobs were working as a brand manager in the beauty field. So I literally created and managed a lot of hair care brands that you see on the shelf today. So that's why it's like I worked in corporate, but it was still in beauty. Literally all I did was look at beauty products, models, copy, do copywriting and stuff for products. So it's basically been all my life. I've been in beauty and retail all my life. So that's why I can look at it from so many different angles and all of that. Like, yeah. Even to getting your product on shelf, I can get you in, So it's just like, I see this industry from so I can see it like 360 all the way around. So I've been in and out, but I did not go way off in left field. All of my jobs in corporate have been in sales and marketing, retail sales marketing. Could you talk more about how my look should be? It depends on how old you are and what type of nails you're trying to do. I feel like I can be doing more, or maybe I'm putting too much pressure on myself. Nope, you're not. People don't want to hear that, but people get upset with me because I just tell it like it is. And actually, today my aunt took me to Red Lobster. My birthday, it's like a late birthday gift. I'm always on my business. As soon as I left out of Red Lobster, I got in my car and I got on a live, and I listened to the live webinar while I was driving home, and it was about branding. I'm always working. As an entrepreneur, you're always working. There is no too much, because you're trying to get to a certain level. If you're not there yet, you're not done working, right? And even listening to her, I'm like, I'm not going hard enough in the paint. I know I'm not going hard enough. She was just saying how you have to be on, and I know these things. And it was just a slight reminder. You have to be live every day. You really should be live 2 to 3 times a day. She said on Twitter, people tweet like 25 times a day, 16 to 25 times a day. On TikTok, you should be posting at least 2 to 3 times at the very least. Instagram, at least 2 to 3 times a day. And all of these things, like you're not overdoing it. Especially right now, because the industry is so overcrowded with all these people who think they are the best thing since sliced bread. So you have to go hard. You have to go hard. You will definitely see a difference if you go hard, but you have to do it. So no, you're not. Until you get where you need to be, you have to go that hard. If any of you all watch the Kanye documentary, watch how hard Kanye worked. You have to go hard when you're working for yourself. If you're like me, you would, because if I don't do it, the bills don't get paid. And I cannot tell the light company, I need to take a break. I have to create the money no matter what. So I have all these sources of income that I work every single day. Even if it's what's today? Sunday? Today's Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday. Sunday is a posting day. And when I get off from you all, I'm going to work on the website and do all this stuff. I'm always working. But when I take a break, I can take a break because I worked. So no. I can't lie. I don't be going live. You don't have to go live, but you should be posting way, way, way more. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing until you find something that's going to make the dial move. And then you expand on that. But you have to keep going until you find that one thing that's making a difference. If you're not really seeing a big difference, you have to keep searching for that special cocktail blend. Until you find that special cocktail blend that make them come back for more, you got to keep going. It doesn't have to be live, but whatever it is you're trying to do, you got to keep working at that perfect formula, and then you scale it. Yeah, going live, you can. Like I said, I'm on TikTok right now live. I'm on Instagram live right now, and I'm also on 2 Facebooks and YouTube live right now. I created a whole class, uploaded it to the website, priced it out. I'm going to have to get to the post. I did all of this just today. Listen to a webinar. Today is Sunday. Went to dinner with family. You get it? And I have to go do some more stuff for my drop shipping stores, because I also have like an eBay store. I have like so many different incomes. And I did orders. I fulfilled orders before I did all of that, because orders came in while I was asleep and at the restaurant on eBay. I'm always working. So yeah, this is what it is. And right now it's fierce. The competition is fierce because it's so many, like that survey right there said, it's so many new people. Instagram may die out because my phone is dying over there and I don't have a plug for that. But there are so many new people in the industry. Like I said, 40. How many people was it? 40 something. We're going to log out, but if you want to come over on YouTube, you see this? It said 47%. I started during COVID. 47% of new nail techs said they started during COVID. So what does that tell you? How can you say, I feel like I'm doing too much? If anything, like I've been saying, the numbers show we need to be ramping it up because you got more competitors, baby. And that's just the truth. And the sad part about that is no one in particular. The sad part about it is a lot of people just are talented, but they're not business minded. So they're going to come in and make some big mistakes in the industry that will affect us, such as not charging properly for things they should be charging more for, which sets the tone of how much clients think they should be paying all of us, because they don't know any better. They're just talented and they're just charging anything because they're happy to be putting their hands on somebody. And us who know better and know our worth, it's going to hurt us. You get it? So I don't know. We'll see. So should you be going hard? This I can tell you is definitely not the time to slow up. I can tell you that much. I got some more stuff coming. I'm not going to say everything that I'm doing because I know I have lurkers and watchers, but when I log off of here, trust me, I'm not going to sleep. I may take a moment and go watch the new Power, the new episode that came on, but then I got to get right back on this computer and finish what I'm doing. I'll probably go to bed about 4 a.m. It's okay. It's what I do. I've been doing it for years. So, but I love it though. It doesn't feel like work like that. It's exciting to create the life I want. So, yeah. Okay. I feel like I've talked everyone to death. And so at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it. But I thought this was a really, 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 really good case study. It was last minute. It came together, a class. Well, Mastermind came out of it. And if you want to be a part of it, I don't know how many slots are left now, but it's only 6. And I'm not just saying that, like, after the 6th one is bought, you will not be able to get in on this one, maybe the next one. 6 people in a room helping each other, synergy, energy. Because we don't want to be one of those people who keep saying, I got nothing. We got something. We need to use it. We got to use it. Thank you for all the conversations tonight. Thank you all. Thank you all. So, okay, I guess I'm going to let everyone go. I really appreciate it and I really enjoyed it. Okay, so I'll catch you all soon. Okay, I'm trying to find my little closing screen, right? All right. Well, thank you so much. Catch you in the next one. Bye.